Aloha, I'm Kiana Cayabyab and you're watching Star News Live. Here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. The Queens Medical Center received its first shipment of 975 doses of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine today. Queens officials said they will begin immunizing frontline workers Tuesday. Healthcare workers with direct exposure to coronavirus patients, including those in the emergency department and intensive care units, are first on the list, as well as employees treating at-risk populations such as senior citizens. Queens executives said the vaccine is not mandatory for workers, but highly encouraged. The Pfizer vaccine must be stored at a temperature of -60 degrees and was shipped in thermo-insulated containers with dry ice, then transferred to the hospital's ultra-cold freezers. Queens President and CEO Jill Hogger-Green called today a momentous day that they have been looking forward to for a long time. But Green reminded the public that everyone must remain vigilant about wearing masks, practicing physical distancing, and washing their hands. Hawaii health officials reported 190 new coronavirus infections in the islands today. The new infection cases include 158 on Oahu, 15 on the Big Island, 15 on Maui, and 2 Hawaii residents diagnosed outside the state. They did not say immediately how many of today's new cases on Oahu came from the large clusters at the Halawa Correctional Facility. But State Department of Public Safety officials said Sunday that the Halawa prison cluster has grown to 167 inmates and 28 staff. The prison's warden ordered facility-wide isolation and quarantine protocols on Thursday after the number of coronavirus cases started spiking. Hawaii health officials reported no new COVID fatalities today, and the state's death toll remains at 274. But the nationwide virus death toll surpassed 300,000 today as a massive surge on the mainland continues. A mild magnitude 4.4 earthquake struck in the Waikoloa region of Hawaii Island this morning. The U.S. Geological Survey said the quake hit at about 9:28 a.m. and was centered 12 miles southeast of Waimea at a depth of about 16 miles. The quake on the northwest flank of Mauna Kea was too small to generate a tsunami, but officials said strong shaking was felt throughout the island. More than 650 people across the Big Island reported feeling shaking from the earthquake, according to the USGS online survey. Scientists say that Mauna Kea's northwest flank has seen only 9 earthquakes greater than magnitude 4.0 in the past 60 years. 2 motorcyclists were critically injured in 2 separate accidents on Sunday. The first collision happened just before noon in Kahului when a 28-year-old haiku man suffered life-threatening injuries after his motorcycle was hit by a pickup truck at the intersection of Dairy Road and Hukilike Street. Maui police said the pickup driver was making a left turn onto Dairy Road when it collided with the motorcycle. The motorcyclist was treated at the scene by paramedics and taken to a hospital in critical condition. On Oahu Sunday evening, a motorcyclist who police say was speeding and weaving in and out of traffic clipped an SUV and crashed on H1 freeway in Ewa. The 28-year-old man was treated at the scene and taken to a hospital in critical condition. The crash happened at about 7:45 p.m. and police closed the westbound lanes of H1 between the Kunia and Ewa off-ramps until about 11 p.m. as they investigated. Finally, the University of Hawaii football team is headed to a Christmas Eve bowl game against another UH. The 4-4 Warriors have accepted an invitation to play the 3-4 University of Houston in the New Mexico Bowl. Despite the name, the New Mexico Bowl will be played in Frisco, Texas, due to COVID restrictions in New Mexico. The change of venue is just fine with Warriors head coach Todd Graham, who is from nearby Mesquite, Texas, and whose mother still lives in the area. The game will be played at the 20,000-seat Toyota Stadium, which is expected to allow 20% capacity for the game. The game is scheduled for 10:30 a.m. and will be broadcast on ESPN, which owns and operates the New Mexico Bowl. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, and we'll see you tomorrow.